I don't know if this is a skit or not. It most likely is. Pretty much everything is a skit nowadays, but I've seen this happen enough in real life or, real situations where I know stuff like this does happen. So we're going to talk about it as if it's real, even if this is probably a skit.
I said, you're not going to hit me though. You're not going to hit me though. You ain't going to hit me though. You ain't going to hit me though. Is you? I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my daddy right now. Nope. Hello? I said, you're not gonna hit me though. You're not gonna hit me though. You ain't gonna hit me though. You ain't gonna hit me though. Is you? I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my daddy right now. Nope.
They think they can put their hands on a man, and then the moment he shows any ounce of aggression back at her, then she wants to play the victim. Look, I'm here to tell you, equal rights, equal lefts. If he turned around and slapped the taste out of your mouth, he would have been well within his right in Sandra'ville. Okay, in Sandra'ville, you slap him upside the head and he slaps you back, guess what, bitch, you got what you deserve. I don't know what it is about women where we think we can put our hands on other people and specifically on men. If we know that men are stronger than us, if we know that men are capable of doing all these different things, then why the hell are we bucking up to men and acting as if we're gonna knuck if you buck and fight them? Be so for real. I'm gonna need us to keep our hands to our damn selves. As much as we want to talk about how black men are out here killing us, we sure do feel comfy enough putting our hands on them. How does that work? How are you in one breath so terrified of the black man, but in the next breath, you're over here doing all this to him, hitting him upside the head, punching him, slapping him? I'll give you an example. Growing up, I was afraid of my mother. You think I was in my mom's face slapping her, hooting and hollering at her? No, I was scared. I wouldn't even think to do nothing like that. I was terrified of my mom. So you broads want to tell me that you're afraid of the black man. The black man is just so dangerous. But this is how you behave when you're around said black man. You're doing all this. You're hitting them. You're doing all this. Is this fear? No. This is what happens when you tell women that men don't hit women. Boys shouldn't hit girls. When you keep it one-sided like that, then yes, these broads are going to get too big for their britches and they're going to think that it's perfectly acceptable for them to hit a man. Boys shouldn't hit girls. Well, girls shouldn't be hitting boys. Keep your damn hands to yourself. But these bird brain heifers, they think they can get away with anything. They think because they have a vagina that gives them the green light to hit whoever the hell they want. Put hands on whoever the hell they want. And I'm here to tell you, no. Because if this were my son, let me not say what would happen. I don't want to implicate myself, but just know something would happen. You're not going to be putting your hands on my son and thinking I'm going to check him because you're a woman and he's a man. Equal rights, equal lefts. If you can buck up enough to put your hands on somebody, guess what? You're buck up enough to get your ass beat. So I really need women to stop testing men. Stop testing their gangster, because understand the reason why we have the ounce of safety that we do, not to say that bad things don't happen to women, but guess what? It would be 1,000 times worse if we did not have men in mass protecting us. Whether it's random men, whether it's the men in our family, in a general sense, men do keep us safe. Yes, there are some men that do victimize us. There are some men that can't help us or refuse to help us. But if it was as bad as these broads say it is, it would be, I think it was like 2001 Puerto Rican Day Parade. It would be that every day. Don't quote me on the year. It might have been 1999. I'm not sure. And it was just like the men at that event just lost their effing mind. They were essaying women left and right. There was one woman who got raped in front of her husband. There was nothing he could do about it. And that's what happens when the bad men are allowed to run rampant and the good men aren't there to stop them. So be thankful and be grateful for the good men that are in your life that are not putting their hands on you, that are keeping you safe. Stop testing them, because that's what she's doing when she's doing all this. She's testing him. You ain't gonna hit me though. You ain't gonna hit me though. And you see how quickly she bitched up the moment he went like this? The moment he went like this, she fell backwards. Why? Where was all this rah-rah energy you had up here? The moment he stands up, all this fades away and you fall backwards. Scared shitless. You probably peed your pants. Stop testing these men, because the moment they stop restraining themselves, when y'all get over here and you do all this, the moment they stop restraining themselves, that's your ass. Be grateful for the men that won't put their hands on you and stop testing their gangster. Because one day you're going to find out. It'll be in the worst way possible. Bird brain heifer, stay the hell away from my son. Because you will find out. I will not tolerate no heifer doing this to my son. And you shouldn't tolerate some heifer doing this to your son either. Just because your son is a man, just because your son is a boy, doesn't mean he has to tolerate this. Okay, y'all want to get out here and talk about how men are so damn abusive, but then you see women doing this in mass and y'all don't say nothing. You don't call it what it is. This is abuse. You putting your hands on him, that is abusive. Stop sugarcoating what these broads are out here doing. Call a spade a spade. Live from NYC, if a woman raises her hand at me, I'm calling my mama, and your mama better whoop her ass. Key Bumps, you said, I watch enough body cams to realize women love talking themselves into situations they can't handle. Facts. Ooh, and I hate that phrase. I'm just a girl. After you behave like a gorilla. I'm just a girl. They'll act like this. I'm just a girl. No, you're a hyena. You're just a hyena. Talking about that, I'm just a girl. I hate that. That is such the ugliest cop-out. Y'all want to get out here and talk about women empowerment this, feminism that, and then the next thing you know, I'm just a girl. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to play the victim while you victimize others, and it doesn't work that way.